Hello and welcome everyone to Variety Stick, and we back again for another video. And today we have another phone from Moto, but this time around is gonna be available through Total Wireless and Straight Talk. And this phone is called Moto G7 OPTIMO. So without any further ado, let's find out. Now, the Moto G7 OPTIMO is the small brother for the Moto G7 Plus or the Moto G7 Power through Metro by T-Mobile. These phones takes different names based on what network you buy the phone from. Now, let me quickly give you the specification of this phone. So for those people that are expecting to buy this phone, the phone doesn't have large screen, only have 5.7 inches with a 19:9 ratio. The resolution is 720 max vision display from Motorola, so we don't have full high definition, and the PPI is 294. Now for the specification of the hardware, we have 1.8 octa-core processor, Snapdragon, but I'm not sure. I will let you know later on in this video what model this phone uses exactly. And we have 2 GB of RAM, 32 for the internal storage. The phone take SD card up to 128 GB. Not too shabby for the RAM, 32 within the average. I don't have a problem, and it's a nice addition that you can add SD card for the phone. Now for the rear camera, we have only one single camera, 13 megapixel with aperture 0.2. Also not great in the low light situation. I am going to test this out later on in this video. And we have 8 megapixel for the front camera, supported with LED flash. Now for the side battery, we have 3000 milliamp hour battery, and this battery is built in the back of the phone, so it's sealed with the back, it's not removable. And we have 10-watt turbocharging through the USB Type-C. Now for who asking about the price, I got this phone from Total Wireless for around $139, and the phone also available through Straight Talk. It would be the same exact phone because Total Wireless and Straight Talk, they're all owned by a TracFone Wireless. Now let me begin in the design of the phone. The phone looks very modern, by the way. The phone very lightweight and looks stunning, and very small and very compact in the hands. So maybe if you need a phone that it doesn't have a large screen and good specification, maybe this is one of the best option for you. It's light and has a lot of things that we are going to talk about in this video. I don't like the fact that this phone has this big notch compared to the side screen. I think this notch is huge compared to the screen. I don't like also on the bottom over here, as you guys can see, we have very big puzzle around the screen, and that's something that it bothers me in general. As you guys can see, this phone targets with people maybe on the budget. They're not willing to spend much on the phone, and at the same time they want a compact phone, nice phone, adopting the new ratio, has the latest operating system. This phone has it, but the phone is not made from metal frame or a glass on the back as we have seen other Motorola phones. They're more premium, well made, but the phone has a plastic back with textures, as you guys can see, and that helps a lot in the grip of the phone. Now in the back we have only one camera, which is 13 megapixel camera, which is I'm going to give you some information and photo samples later on in the video. We have fingerprint, and by the way, the fingerprint is very responsive and very fast, as you guys can see. Unlock so quick. In addition to this, we have in this notch a face unlock, so you have the option to unlock the phone by your face, and you have the option to unlock with the fingerprint, which is a great addition for a device only costs $139. Now other than that, we have the same language design for all Motorola phones. As you guys can see, we have the volume rockers all located on the right side with the power key, and the power key is distinguished by textures. You can feel it that there is a power key over here than the volume rockers, which is a great thing from Motorola. And we have the C-type for fast charging or turbo charging, and this phone uses the 10-watt fast charging. Only 3000, that shouldn't take that long to charge the phone from 0% to 100%. If you guys be interested to see a review, please leave this in the comment below, so that way we can test more things out, the performance of the battery, how long it's gonna take, and some other things on the phone. Maybe you guys be interested. In this video, just only my first impression about the phone. Now, even this phone is not made from high material like a glass or metal on the back of the phone, but the phone still doesn't feel cheap in my hands. It feels like it's a premium, if not very nice and compact. One of the good options for people don't want a big screen. Maybe this will be a great option, but if you need a bigger device, this is not something you need to consider. One of the most important things for me normally in any smartphone is the performance of the speaker. First of all, this has one of the best location for the speaker. So we have firing speaker, and it's a stereo speaker, and it sounds really good. It's loud and so clear. I want to let you listen so that way you guys can have an idea about the sound.
And always hesitating, kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Now Motorola, they're not focusing on the display in this device. They have only high definition plus it's a max vision display. I mean, the colors, the contrast, and the brightness is decent in this display. It's 5.7 with 294 for the PPI. Maybe the amount of PPI is not that good, but other than that, since the phone has a relatively small screen, it doesn't look bad in your hands. I mean, you can see everything from the angle view with no any issues, and color very saturated as well. I don't see any problems even with just only high definition. Even if it's not full high definition, I will have no issues or whatsoever back to the small screen and the phone. Now, going back to the specification, as I said in the beginning of the video, I will confirm what processor this phone uses. Now I can confirm that for you. The phone has Qualcomm Snapdragon 636 1.8 octa-core processor. This is the same processor we have seen on the Moto G7 Power and the Moto OPTIMO Max as well, and the Moto G7 Plus. So they're using the same processor with less gigabyte of RAM, so only 2 gigabyte of RAM. I would like to see phones more gigabytes of RAM, but I understand this company is trying to lower the prices. But Snapdragon 636 is very powerful processor. Now for the operating system, the phone uses the latest operating system. As the meantime I'm making the video, unless if you watch this video later on when the new Android release, but for right now we have the Android 9, which is Android Pie on this device. It's a great thing to have the latest operating system, and I have good belief in Motorola. They do some security patches updates and software updates. That because Motorola uses basically stack Android. But Motorola uses stack Android since we're talking about the software that they use, but they're using also some their own custom UI by adding some actions to the phone. They have the Moto action, which is plenty of action you can do in the phone. You can go to the Moto action and they will teach you one by one. For those people who would like to know more about the Moto actions, go ahead and check the description. I will leave a link for a video I've made about all the Moto actions. Now, just to give you an example about what Moto action is and what it can do, I can just shake the phone and that will get the flash on, and you can shake the phone again, that will turn off the flash, or twist the phone and that will take you to the camera, or if you want to go to the front camera, twist the phone one more time. There is a lot of option you can do through the Moto action, changing the size screen, and you can also do multitasking. You can actually just flip the phone back to the screen and that will actually dismiss the phone call. There is many actions you can do. Go ahead and check the link below for more about the Moto actions. Now, if you're currently on Toro Wireless or Straight Talk and you're looking for a phone that costs you less than $150, maybe this phone one of the best for you. Back to the good processor and the performance that the phone it gives you. Honestly, I just see everything that is buttery smooth. I haven't noticed any lagness or issues or whatsoever. This is all back to the phone performance, actually the processor that the Motorola uses in this phone that makes everything very smooth. Also my experience with playing video games, and I have decided to go one of the heaviest game, which is Asphalt 9. I played this game and the performance was not like 100%. I would say it's like 80%, but the game is smooth and I haven't noticed lagness problems like this. So this phone can be very good for people even they want to play games. 32 gigabytes, that will help you a lot, and the price is very affordable and very decent. Now when you decide to go with a phone that less than $150 or even a little bit more, you're not going to expect the best camera ever. So this phone has 13 megapixel camera. On the back only one camera with a flash. Has a front facing camera 8 megapixel, also supported with the flash, which is a great addition. Now also good news for this phone that has 4K video capability, which is nice to see a phone that less than $150 has the capability to record 4K. It's a great in my opinion. That's only for the rear camera. You can't do that one with the front camera, of course. We have HDR, we have also some modes, like we have portrait, we have panorama, slow motion, which is nice in my opinion. But let's go ahead and move to the actual performance of the camera. So I've taken some pictures. I mean, I have noticed that pictures outdoor, they're great, the colors are great. I haven't noticed issues or whatsoever. Back that we have enough light, so you can come up with great pictures. When you go inside the room with a regular light, you will see some noises coming to these pictures, so they're not going to look that good. For the front facing camera, the camera was also not bad. That because the phone has the beauty mode, which is nice in my opinion. You can come up with very nice pictures. Also, the problem is if you have light from the back of you, especially when you do a selfie, that you're gonna see that's overexposed. It's not the best performance ever. So you have to pick the right place when you take your selfie pictures. Low light, of course, is not gonna be good, and you're gonna see a lot of noises. I'm gonna go ahead and put these pictures I just show you on the screen, and you guys can see it with a bigger screen. Now if you ask me, do you recommend this phone or not? In my opinion, yes, I recommend this phone for you. Back to many things actually. First of all, the phone has all the security options. Face unlock option, fingerprint option, has the new ratio 18:9, has stock Android 9 as well, so everything the latest and the greatest. Yes, doesn't have the best camera, doesn't have the best screen looking or maybe the design language in this device, but overall performance is great. It's very compact. And don't forget this, if you are on Toro Wireless buying this phone, that means you're gonna be in one of the best network, because Toro Wireless uses Verizon network. And by the way, Toro Wireless just recently changed the whole plans. They're offering great plans with very affordable prices. If you guys want to know more about Toro Wireless deals, plans and promotion, let me know in the comment below. I will make videos for you if you guys be interested. For right now, thank you so much everyone for watching. As always, stay more on Variety Stick and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell for notification for more on Variety Stick, and I will see you in the next video.